The Boys is a popular series that is one of the few adaptations of graphic novels whose content is for adults. Garth Ennis and Derek Robertson, the creators of the Boys comic series, broke tradition in drawing their own superhero. The superhero of Group 7 is in the conflict with the ideals of peace and security, and as far as possible, he sets up mass murder, theft, and genocide in the society. Now that the last part of the third season has aired, and then we have to wait another year until the fourth season airs, it is time to share 10 interesting facts about this series to you, the fans of this series. So stay with us, followers of the Review Movie channel. If you're a fan of these kinds of videos, before continuing this video, give it a like and subscribe to the Review Movie channel. Thank you. Followers of news from media and entertainment world are most likely familiar with the term development hell. This term is used when a show, project, or a video game, for example, faces many problems and obstacles during the production process of its development. Problems that may even put this project on half or half finished. Interestingly, The Boys was also becoming a completely burnt project. Several film production companies plan to turn The Boys into a movie adaptation, even writing the script for the movie version of The Boys in several stages by Paramount and Columbia Film Companies. Pictures will stop. Adam McCann, who was going to direct this superhero film, withdrew from this project due to the budget problems and the incompleteness of the scenario. Even in 2009, Samuel Bayer, who at the time was known as the director of many famous singers' video clips, showed his interest in the work of the Boys film to the Paramount Columbia Pictures company. But due to many problems, he finally decided to make a remake of the film. Nightmare takes place on AI Street. The movie was released in 2010. This process continued until in 2016, Cinemax decided to make The Boys a TV adaptation based on it. But again, due to the funding problems, this project is stopped in the pre-production stages. Finally, in 2017, Amazon Prime managed to buy the right to The Boys from Cinemax and give the green light to Eric, Evan Goldberg, and Seth Rogen to make an 8-episode season of this series. Like all ordinary people, comic book writers have their own superheroes. In fact, the writer of the graphic novel would love to cast one of the Britain's most famous actors, Simon Pegg, as Hoogie if the play version of The Boys was made. Due to the prolonged production of the work and the interesting age of Simon Pegg, the creator of the series decided to choose him to play the role of Hoogie's father. Finally, Jack Quaid became the actor of Hoogie in the series The Boys. History has shown that if an episode of a series is directed by Evan Goldberg and Strogan, this episode will definitely become one of the most epic, strange, and biggest censors' nightmares. Goldberg and Rogen were close to sitting in the director's chair for the pilot episode of The Boys, but due to the interferences of their schedule, the seat of the workers in the first place of the seat of directors in the first part of the series went to Don. You probably know him for directing the short film Portal No Escape, which is basically a short film based on the game Portal. In cinema, he is known for making the movie 10 Cloverfield Lane. Now the question is that even Goldberg and Strogan will do? Well, in 2016, they turned another graphic novel, Preacher, into a television adaptation. The series was broadcasted in 4 seasons on AMC cable network. In the golden age of serialization, the filming of most popular series takes place in cities that are in the scenarios, contrary to the descriptions provided. For this season, many fans were curious to see where The Boys series was actually filmed. The story of the series is narrated in the city of New York, but it is interesting to note that the filming of the series itself was never done in New York or other cities of the United States, but all the sequences of the series were filmed in the city of Toronto, Canada. Instead, the producers changed the iconic location of Toronto using special effects. Toronto's views resemble New York City. Eric is not a new face in the golden age of serialization. He is the director and creator of the long-running and successful Supernatural series for the CW network. For this reason, fans of Eric's works can easily notice the subtle similarities between the heroes of both series. It was after the great success of the Boys series, Kripke's fans kept commenting on the revival of Supernatural on Amazon Prime. The fans believed that the Supernatural series could not properly display serious themes for adults due to the limitations of the CW network. Now, what do you think? Would you like to see an adult adaptation of Supernatural? Billy Madison is the name of one of Adam Sandler's relatively famous comedy films, which was released in 1995. Now, what is the connection with The Boys? Well, if you have seen that movie and later watched the Boys series, there is a very important similarity between these. The dimension used in that movie is actually the same dimension where Dr. Wagenbaum leaves Dr. Watt, whom Butcher goes to in season 2 and episode 7 to ask him about Homelander. This estate is known as Parkwood Estate, which is located in Ohio, Canada. Over the years, this property has become the most popular film and television serial production house in that region of Canada. Most of the filmmakers use this place for their filming due to the beautiful, huge, and enchanting design of this property. Audience of superhero movies and series always ask a lot of questions about the special costumes that the directors wear during filming. Homelander's costume is very interesting in its own way and somewhat similar to Superman's costume. Of course, it looks very hot. However, it is not clear that this character's suit is equipped with a cooling system. Anthony Starr, who played the role of Homelander, revealed in one of the recent interviews that there is a cooling system installed on this suit to make it easier to wear. Starr also added that the suit of other superheroes of the 7th group are also equipped with cooling systems. The Boys series has many fans all over the world. One of them is Barack Obama, the former president of the United States of America, who is a fan of this controversial The Boys series. He praises The Boys and says that this is one of the things he watches in his spare time. He explains the reason for his interest like this. I really like The Boys series because it shows how the superhero tradition is twisted to openly address issues of race and capitalism and the distorting effects of the power of organizations and mass media. Almost all the main characters of the Boys series, the discussion of the characters that the writer wrote in his novel graphics. Of course, there are one or two exceptions. The character of Terrence is a new and non-adapted character from the Boys series, which was designed by the writer and Derek Robinson's direct suggestion to Eric Kripke. He was a member of Group 7, led by Homelander. In the graphic novel, the 7th member of the group is a space character named Jack from Jupiter, who was inspired by Martian Manhunter character from the DC superhero universe. Terrence was a character whose skin was made of carbon and had the power to become invisible. Coming to the first truth, if you're a fan of The Boys, you definitely know that this Kripke production is strongly bloody and violent and conventional. However, if you think like that, you probably didn't go to the original novel graphics, because the original novel graphics are 10 times more violent than what you see in the series. The writer is one of the few authors of graphic novels who doesn't limit himself to censorship and complying with the predetermined social and moral norms to tell his story. But Ennis was well aware that mainstream services would not be able to show all the taboo scenes in the Boys series. Perhaps not all viewers of the Boys series expected to see a child being eaten by one of the superheroes of Group 7, or the inappropriate behavior of John King, who is basically a shameless version of Charles Xavier in Men. Of course, Kripke didn't give up and tried to make the series as close as possible to the novel The Boys graphics. That's why this season that we saw was the controversial version. So, what do you think about The Boys series? What truth do you know about the series that we didn't mention in this item? Share your comments and thoughts in the comment section with me and the other followers of the Review Movie channel. Thank you for staying with me until the end, and if you're a fan of these kinds of videos, please give this video a like and subscribe to the Review Movie channel for more. Thank you, until the next time, bye!